Good morning. How's everybody doing? We've got the bells out, the balls out.
We got our balls.
And I'm out. Bye.
He's not having any part of this today. Nadia and I were trying to be festive, but at least King wore green, so that's okay.
It could have been Michael Claus.
There you go.
All right. Have you checked your coffee page?
I have, and so far nothing. The ones that I do have are payments for readings, because some people. Oh, I do have one from Deb. Okay.
And I've got one from Jennifer. So,
okay.
Do we have any announcements we want to get to before we start? There's a hey, what's wrong with there? Why?
There's a
it's off. It's like me
leaning on its hoe. I got it. All right.
It is. So I had an experience that was quite interesting. Wings and my off-worlder family this is a subconscious experience, had taken me, and I am in the Milky Way, not the candy bar.
Oh.
And I knew instantly, first of all, we were talking telepathically, and I knew instantly that it wasn't this timeline. It's just something that I was aware of. And it was a higher version of me. And I was looking down on Gaia. So I don't really remember all the details, but they were showing me things. And I had the instinct that this is the future. Okay. So it led me to a very, very important question. Now, when I wrote this down, so I wouldn't forget it, because Wings told me to, because I would forget it. I wrote the word we. It's will we, but I'm going to use that term loosely because I don't believe that all of us will be involved in this. So here's my question. Will we eventually ascend to our star families to assist in another low frequency Earth in another density or dimension to help another version of ourselves in the future?
I got an immediate very strong yes.
You didn't even finish the question.
Yeah, no, you did not.
They're like,
yep.
I think they did that with my head.
They were preparing me for what we're going to end up doing after we ascend, just like our higher selves that we talk to now, another version and fractal of us. We are going to be doing that for another version of us.
My question to back up that would be that higher version that you speak of, is it actually the same higher version of us that we are experiencing right now? In other words, is our fractal of our higher self going to come back and merge back into that higher self that we
with this, yeah, and then we'll work together to get the lower versions of us.
Okay.
Moving
on.
Here's my bit. Here's my
moving
on. Did our higher selves already go through what we are going through now? And that's why when we go to the future.
Yes, because that's what I instantly got when I was there. That it was like a congratulations graduation thing. And it's like, congratulations. But then they're showing me this Earth, but I knew that it wasn't this one in this time frame.
All right.
And I'm like, so that would confer that the multiverse is real. There's multiple versions of Gaia, multiple versions of us, and it's an ongoing thing until they are all fixed.
Is the portal in Antarctica? Did we go through that multiverse to that newer version of us?
I think that there's multiples of them.
Yeah. I'm getting like 5.
I wonder if we went through Antarctica to see that.
And Charlene says, we need a good rest first. Well,
yes,
I understand that part, but I didn't have any physical pain. I didn't feel bad. Because you're ascended, you don't have these 3D symptoms. In that higher density, you don't feel like that.
Yeah,
So it's like the
world
rest had
does.
already happened. I don't know what happened between when our ascension here and that point. I don't know how
Mhm.
much time went by, because you're talking about beyond space and time.
Mm-hmm.
If you're crossing multiverses, I don't even know if that guy follows the same time that we do. Is it a 24-hour period? Julian Gregor? I don't know.
Okay.
But I am going to pull cards just to see and answer my own question, because I haven't.
Okay.
Wink says, no, wait, you can be surprised like everyone else. And I'm like, okay.
Exactly right. You got it right, Wing.
All right, let's help. Surprise! Surprise!
Surprise!
All right, Gomers. Okay.
Shazam!
Shazam.
Wow. Yep. Okay. So that would be us, the Page of Pentacles, starting over again. Yay.
Wow. Under a tree.
Because that will be a tower moment for that density. So they're going to be going through a version of what we're doing. In the past, they've been manifesting a better world, 4 of Wands. Okay. And right in the dead center, if that is your contract with the divine creator.
Okay, so you had to have signed it again.
So if that is something you've agreed to do, obviously they were telling me I have. I knew my work wasn't done. I already knew that I wasn't going to, I might get to go party with my family, meet my son and my mom again and do all that and kind of and I may be working with them. I don't know. But in the future, there is your Galactic Federation, because that's the night. And for the world of the lost. Okay. And we have to offer and work as a collective, because that's the collective card.
So does that mean I get to talk more?
Can you imagine another version of Nadia that talks more than this one? Y'all prepare yourselves now.
I'm working out my jaw muscles.
Okay.
He's going to come into the next timeline as a mute.
Sign language. I can read that. So okay. She's gonna turn Italian on us and start. Yep.
That's okay. I'm gonna have my telepathy. My telepathy. You guys can't shut me off.
Oh gosh, we can. Well, technically, you can actually.
You can actually.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. So my question, Jen, on that one is, when you went through your travel,
mm-hmm.
and others went obviously with you.
Mm-hmm.
Did we go through the Antarctic to see that?
Okay. Maybe we went on King's bullet train that was in the thumbnail.
I know, right? That almost looked like a suppository.
That's right.
Wow.
I looked at
This
that
show is taking a turn.
It's by Party Train.
Trump has his version and King has his, okay?
That's right.
It's a possibility.
Ooh.
It's a possibility. So 2 of Wands, that's a portal card, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I know you're not used to the Christmas cards, but that's what it is. Here is the High Priestess. So these portals are secretive, but this tells me they're all over the world, because that's the world card.
Oh, okay. So wherever.
So it's an option.
Okay. I can take that.
Do you want to get into your coffee question?
Okay. And I've got Renee on the phone.
Well,
okay. So let's.
Because she's a little heavier for that phone,
Oh, okay.
You might have to get a new one.
All right. Let's start with Sister Deb, our Mexican sister, the nun. Can Spirit tell me who are the souls in my physical children, Brianna, Hannah, and JT, in this timeline with me? Are any of them my relatives, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins who have passed that I knew and loved? All right, well, let's start one at a time. Brianna, these are going to be yes and no, and I'm going to use pendulum for this because they're specific.
Yeah. There are some, is what I'm getting.
Yes.
And they could be fractals and not complete versions of them.
Right. I'm getting there is one full.
A star seed. Is it part of the soul family though? Is the star seed part of soul family?
Okay, so I have yes for Brianna. I'm asking who.
Mm-hmm.
An uncle. Okay. How many of us have had to agree to come back in the different gender, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, I've been.
Well, we have to experience it.
Yeah. Okay, let's do Hannah. Hannah has a yes. Grandmother.
Ooh.
Okay. And JT.
It's the star seed.
That's a strong yes.
Really?
Wonder if he's the one that's a full version.
I get yes.
Yes. Let's find out who he is. Grandfather.
Great grandfather.
Yeah, there's a multi-generation here.
Yeah.
Because that's what I thought. I went, no, that doesn't seem right, the generation. And they gave me a 2. So 2 generations back.
Yeah. Great grandfather.
Great grandfather. So JT is him completely. Given another go.
Couldn't
All
get it
right.
right the first time.
Yeah. Okay. Wyletta has the next one. How does my Christmas look? What does it look like?
It's not white.
Well, mine won't be. It's going to be like 60 degrees.
Mine's gonna be white.
Get nothing but positive energies for that day.
You're preparing for fighting, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Because somebody is surrendering. And it's all going to be happy because you've worked on yourself. You're not going to be triggered as much.
Nice.
Okay. So the Chariot and the Knight of Wands are fast moving, but this is overcoming adversity. You have learned to calm that temper, or maybe not your temper, but it's just how you deal with people in your family that kind of get under your skin. In the past, you were already anticipating thieves and liars. Okay. That's just in the past. But currently, I love this 2 of Cups. This is an agreement. I'm going to go in happy. This is going to be a cheerful experience, and it caused you surrendered to it. You realize it, but this also tells me that the people that you normally argue with are not going to have a sharp tongue, because that's a sword, 10 of swords. They've just surrendered and said, you know what, it's not worth it. Let's just enjoy. And there's your 8 of cups. I've walked away from the drama, basically. I'm not doing this. And 8 of Pentacles, your work in progress, but it's going to be successful.
Yeah, I'm getting it's going to be so busy that they're not even going to have time to do those things.
It's a mindset that you've already agreed, and the base card, that's good. 6 of Cups. This is all about making memories, about the younger kids, and having fun. That's a celebration.
It's going to be
So
busy.
good for you for changing the mindset. So no more anticipation of crappy holidays and drama. Yeah.
And like I said before, guys, before you even get to an event or they get to your event, send pink love. Fill the room before you even get there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, that's it for the coffee. Do you want Sister Renee's?
Yeah.
All right. The first one, she says, does Spirit have a message for me? So I'll do a Akashic for that. And then she said something interesting. The Mormon Church is doing these giving machines all over the country for people to donate money. So the Mormon Church doesn't use their own money to help people, but they take 10% of your gross income. And some famous celebrities and football players are promoting it too. Did they get paid to do that?
Yes.
Well, we know that they are a bunch of the deep state people, so I'll do the church one first.
That is so funny. When you described that, that's what I felt, that there was more money to keep going in.
Yeah.
And Moon, if you want me to put a headband on, all I have are...
You gonna put a bandana on?
Bandana, yeah. I'm not festive. I've never been festive. I don't do balls. I don't do lights.
He's
not bringing his balls out.
I'm a bah humbug type of person, you know?
He's got a green shirt and a red blanket behind him, and he's saying he's not festive.
That's right. I'm not festive at all. Something's
not right, Jen. I get a yes, but I get a something's not happy with it. Like it's
well, first of all, yes, they were offered the 6 of Pentacles. That's, you're giving and receiving. Yeah, but the deep state, they're all part of the same system.
Mm-hmm.
So they get paid to do it, but then, all the money is circulated in the same place as far as nasty. This truth is going to come out of where the money's coming from and what they're doing, because the Queen of Swords is a straight shooter, and that's bringing truth and justice. They're going to be quite disappointed because it's going to expose them and what they're doing to people.
Okay, so that's what I got, because like I said, they're not happy. They're very upset about it.
Once the exposure happens, the Page of Wands is hope and optimism for the future. So the good nature of the people of the church is great, and there's a new beginning going to happen for them. But the system that's running it they're going to be very sad. And I'm getting that the good guys are tracking this money. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's what I mean. They're gonna, when they think they're gonna get their hands on that money, white hats are gonna be like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they'll be like, foiled again.
Foiled again.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's all I got, love.
All right. I got one from Jennifer.
Okay.
JD. Is the young person I'm mentoring and helping financially truly appreciative, or am I being taken advantage of?
Okay.
So we'll break that down.
Is
the young person I'm mentoring and helping financially truly appreciative?
I get a yes on appreciative. What's the second word?
Yeah, I'm getting yes also. And
What's
the
the
other half is, am I being taken advantage of?
is JD being taken advantage of?
I'm getting a no on that.
No, no.
So we'll see what the cards say. We could be wrong again.
Very appreciative.
Yep.
Your loving empathy self, the Queen of Cups, shining light on her situation. I get it's a female. I don't know if it is or not. Is beautiful, and it actually restores hope in them that the humanity's not dead, basically. That you've taken a leadership role, and this person really looks up to you. No, they're just in a really bad spot, and they don't really trust too many people anymore. They've set boundaries because they've gotten hurt and burned before. So this is all hope and optimism. And now they're careful. They're very careful of how much they reveal to you of how bad it really is. Because this is a strategy card. And they really do cherish every little penny that you're helping.
All
Yep.
right. I'm getting two more now.
Okay.
Nice.
Violetta.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have something?
No. Well,
No.
I have to do Renee's higher self Akashic. I forgot to do that.
Oh, we'll do that then. We can do Violetta's next.
Okay.
I don't think she'll mind.
King's jumping to St. Patrick's Day.
I am. Actually, I found out last night on my new DNA strand thing. My
He's a leprechaun?
grandfather is not Irish.
Ooh.
He was
nice.
Scottish, living in Ireland.
Jeez. Whoa. I thought like when Christmas is over, all those elves turn to be the leprechauns for their next summer job.
There you
would
go.
be me, yes.
They do seasonal work.
That's my new humanitarian project. Turn into a leprechaun.
There you go. All right, Miss Renee, your higher self is telling you to pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all of the possible outcomes, make sure that you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. So take it all in, no knee-jerk reactions.
That should be true for everybody.
That's true. Yeah. Temperance, be patient.
Temperance. We only have to be patient for another week and a half.
That's it? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Be more patient the next time.
All right.
Yeah, because the 50-gallon drums are coming. The little cans are going away. We're going to go to the big ones.
Yes, we are.
Those move very slowly, though, Jen. I don't know if we want to.
We're going to learn to balance ourselves on the drums. All right, Violetta. Will we be safe during our trip to New York City next week?
New York City. Speaking of, Jen, that was one of my questions. So after you're done with that answer, I have a question.
New York City?
New York City.
Didn't New York show up in the oracles today?
I have a question on that. Yeah.
Watch this city. And I'm not the only one that picked up on that. I think Tara by Janine picked up on something going on in New York.
Well, now what was the question again, Dennis?
Will we be safe during our trip to New York City next week? As long as you're being observant and watching things around you, you are safe.
Head on a swivel.
Yeah, I get you're going to be okay, but keep your eyes.
Yeah.
Observe. Keep your family group together. That's what I got.
That's exactly what I have. Get excited, but you need to stay together because this is a generational card. You need to bind together, work together. Okay. And this is keep your head on a swivel. Your traveling will be fine. It'll be good experience, but there's a big city behind the Fool in this card. But it's like being on a ball, constantly look around your environment. Okay.
Well, also, I got the throat chakra, which probably says if you see something wrong, you better let your family know something's not right.
Yes, the base card is Ace of Swords.
Use your words. Yeah. Nice.
and stay out of the tunnels.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Okay, can I ask my Vippy then?
Yes, you can ask your VIP. Well, I don't know if unless you're a member
Let me check. Oh, members
or,
only.
or members only.
There you go.
All right.
Are you a member?
Jen, on your oracles today, you mentioned New York. So my
Yes.
question is the United Nations moving out this before the new year?
I believe they already have, but publicly.
Yeah. She has to take the time.
Yeah, I see that.
Just keep your faith. Keep your faith.
Yep.
No fear.
Do all your light and bubble while I shuffle, Nadia. Tell her how to do that if she doesn't know how to do it. Keep
do it with-
yourself safe.
Put it
Well, if
above
you're
your
in a
mouth.
car, because I did that actually going to Kentucky, Jen, got hit with some really nasty. I thought one was a bullet, believe it or not. And I put my car in a bubble.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, I know. I know. With your night vision, it was definitely.
It wasn't me.
You ask the angels to put your car in a protective bubble. That's one. Don't ask to be invisible, because cars cannot see you, so it would freak you out when they try to cut you off and they don't see you. Second thing is you could put each and every one of your family members in a protective bubble. I would put it in a like a peachy love bubble, because that way you're sending love out to everybody also. Yeah, put the bus on a bubble. You can do
There you
that.
go. The bus and everybody in it.
Yeah, we've done that with a certain color, right, Jen?
Oh, yes. Okay, so there's some information that's going to come out of New York, and it's from the deep state. And which we know that the UN is. Okay, there's your deep state. That's the Hierophant in this deck. Okay, all thieves and liars. There is now. This is in the past card. They've already moved. Okay, there's your Magician.
Okay.
This is so it's a smokescreen of what you're seeing right now. They've already left.
Yeah.
Plans for New York. They want terror and fear. And why do I get the feeling that they want to lock them down? Because this is news coming out strategically to cause worry, anxiety, and fear, and to lock them down.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they mention something? I don't know if I heard it, or they're sending the drones to New York now.
Well, it's not going to work. People are not going to put up with it. They're going to hold their own and absolutely refuse. Like this, we're not doing this again.
I believe that New York have quite a bit of off-worlders, so I don't think that's a shock to anybody.
Yeah, this has already been previously agreed to. Whatever their deep state plans are not going to be fulfilled. This is just truth coming out to wake people up again.
Yeah.
And I did forget one of the email questions I got from Darby. She wanted to know, she's convinced that these are negative off-worlders. They're not, now I've already looked into it, they're not negative off-worlders, but some of the devices and drones that are being used were taken from the negative and now being used for the positive.
Yeah, you might want to, if Darby knows how, check the frequency, ask of the divine. If it's not, it has to leave. There are still, let's say, battles way above, but they cloud it up so you don't see it. But these drones are just meant to scare you guys. That's all.
They're gauging, they're reading the frequency of how people, and they want to use it. The deep state, the bad guys, the bad entities, even they did want to have a plan, but they're now in the hands of the good guys. So don't just go about your business. It's fine.
Can I ask if those 5G towers, did they change the frequency for the better? Because I think that with the drones was probably what they were planning on doing.
I'm getting like more to it. Yes, but a little bit more to it.
To lower the frequency.
Something's hidden.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is an ongoing thing. It's like there's some of them they're still battling over.
Right.
So be patient. Okay. There are some areas where the frequency is really bad. It's causing depression. It lowers the frequency. It really does affect things. The Fool card comes back in here. And like I said, in this deck, you can't see it, but behind him is the larger skyscraper cities. They haven't mastered all of those yet. And the Palace of Swords, these are the really, really, really tall ones. Even the ones on top of the skyscrapers, those are the ones that they're still battling for.
I just saw like an image of they're using most of those to the people in the containers, the negative people. They're lowering their frequencies.
Yeah. Judgment is the final card. So this is happening.
Yeah.
And people are starting to become aware of it. So the bigger cities is going to be a longer process because there's a whole lot more of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Getting to my last question on the coffee for now from Deb. Can Spirit tell me how we will know the 6 people we can invite to the Medbeds with us? Who will have that option?
This is a very personal thing. This is your intuition, how you feel about it. Now, the Medbed invitation is separate from people that you're going to work with. They may be the same people, but then you're going to work with. After you get out of a Medbed is when your third eye kind of opens and you'll be able to see people's frequency to know who you're supposed to work with. But choosing the people who go in the Medbed, that's a very personal choice, and you need to soul search for that yourself.
Meditate on that.
Yeah, pray about it, because we need to understand that some people are saying that it's not fair to have this process, but you have to understand there are some people out there with soul contracts that are not meant to stick around to be healed. They're meant to leave, and it may be some in our group. We don't know.
Second question, will they come to me awakened to let me know they choose to be healed?
I think the divine will bring the person. You will know. That's what I feel.
If you start making a list of a few people and then pray individually. And if it doesn't feel right, that you don't think that they'd appreciate it, or now you got to remember the mechanical ones, they don't fix everything right away. Those are more of the holographic ones. So choose people that you really think that would have gratitude for it and want to be healed. Some people just don't want to, or they may think, y'all crazy. I'm not getting in that. They'll clone me or something. You know, people have got crazy ideas. They'd have to believe in it. So that's a very, very personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least was, how will that work? But I think we've answered that already.
Yeah.
I also think maybe a non-awakened person may, if they really want to believe it, because that way they can explain to other non-awake people that it does exist. So it's whatever the divine leads them to you.
Right. Well, just remember, if you're a humanitarian project, you go first. And I know everybody wants the serious, ill, and harmed ones or diseased ones to go. It doesn't work that way. Now, we as humanitarians have the opportunity, because the mechanical med beds, we have the opportunity to buy a bunch of them and set them up, and we could start adding to that list. This is just the first 6 that you can think of. Okay, so we'll be able to help all those people. But like I said, we have to remember that some people's soul contracts are not meant to be extended.
Yeah.
I do want to make a very, very important note. We were talking about Nasara Jasara the other day, and Zimbots and currency. When you receive these things, they are in clear plastic containers. Do not take them out, or you will forfeit them.
Well, Wait. Correct what you just said.
Do not take your currency and bonds out of the clear plastic protectors that they come in. Keep them in there because they will not be accepted. You have to keep them in the plastic.
But some of them are not in plastic.
If they didn't come in it, don't worry about it. If they came in plastic, keep them in the plastic. Let me just tell you, they are so picky in some of these redemption centers. They have to be in the plastic.
But they said to put them all together. That's why it's
No, then just take plastic on top of each other. Don't
all together.
just stack them up.
Put them all together.
Where'd you get that from?
I bought it.
Do that. It's not like you have a wallet in US dollar bills and you just stack them all in there and cram them in there. Do not treat them that way.
Yep.
These are actually worth something. So please keep them in their plastic. If you have taken them out and removed and gotten rid of the plastic, do like King has. Go purchase a little something and put them back in there.
AppMax, I think, is where I got that.
Yeah, and all of ours are still in the plastic. JD, Jennifer, if it's not in plastic and you were gifted that, go find you a clear plastic sleeve and put it in there. And you can add, if you don't have a receipt, if it was gifted to you, make sure that you have the letter. If you do not have a certified or the notarized gifted letter, you can't redeem it. They are going to be very, very strict.
Oh, there goes my dinar.
No, the bonds.
Oh,
Currency, I'm pretty sure you could do that with it. You don't need that. The bonds have to have a notarization letter.
Bonds are more important.
Yeah.
Always good. Gifted a dinar, not in plastic. Did I
So
get
my
a dinar
dog
not
is
in
good.
plastic? I'm trying to see if I got. No, they were all in plastic. Yeah, they were all in plastic.
Keep them in the plastic.
Okay.
JD, let me suggest something if you can.
I got to take care of a kitty. Hang on.
Okay, let me just say, JD, I may suggest something. If you can call like AppMax and order like a dinar, and maybe ask them for a plastic for your other stuff. Maybe they may send you one. That's what I wanted to ask. I'll ask Jen that. Thanks, Jules, because I wanted to ask that too. Because what I did was they said make sure all your notes are accounted for. So I put basically all of them in one plastic. But that's current. Oh, by the way, that's currency.
Right.
So I don't know. She said more of the Zimbond. Yeah. Well, I got to leave now, guys. I'm going to go check all my plastic.
Okay. Currency. It's not that big of a deal. I'm leaving mine in the plastic anyway. Currency is just currency. You're going to be able to exchange that like in a regular ATM. The bonds, please keep in plastic. You can purchase these plastic sleeves. Walmart probably even carries them, but just go find, just Google or type in Amazon or something and do dollar bill savers. They're just clear plastic things. They're pennies on the dollar.
Or if you have a coin store next, those people buy and sell coins, they may have it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right.
So now, Jen, you said don't worry about the current, because you remember Wednesday when we spoke, it said make sure all of them are together. Now, $1 trillion, 100trillion.com, they gave all the currency in one little cellophane plastic wrapper. So I separated them so I could put like the bolivars together, all of that together. But before I did that, I Xeroxed all the currency with its receipts.
Yes, which you should do. You should Xerox and copy everything, your receipt and the currency or bond. And then when they say have them in order, separate your bonds from your currency. Do it by highest denomination down or in reverse. I just recommend with the bonds, do them from highest to lowest because you get the better rate. When you go to a redemption center, by the way, you cannot exchange bonds at a bank. And if you exchange anything at a bank, you will not get the contract rate. You will get the lower society rate. So if
Okay.
you go to the redemption center and you can specifically ask, is this the contract rate? Because they may try to throw some people off. You make sure that you're getting the right rate and they're not slitting your throat on that one.
Okay, so then I have another question.
Mhm.
I have well, sit back. I got quite a bit. Let me turn my lights back on. Okay. All right. So the question is, so I got the 2 bonds that were allowed. 2, you said 2 or 3, right? For the
Them,
humanitarian. Yeah, for the humanitarian.
they're going to cut them off at 30, but the first 200 Ts is pretty much your limit for the big ones.
Okay, but then I bought like the smaller denominations and I gifted them for nieces and nephews.
Mhm.
Is that going to be considered mine, or because I gifted it to them, is that not included in mine?
Well, a couple questions. Are the nieces and nephews under the age of 18?
I'm making it in as trusts for them over there.
And you need to take it and put it in a trust for them.
Yeah, that's what I have them all, and I have them notarized as they are gifts. The only question I have is that going to be a problem for my cutoff? Is it going to be
No.
face value, or is it
No,
going to
because, well, have you exceeded 30?
no? I don't
Okay.
think-
Then you'll be fine.
Okay.
You set it up in a trust for that person to cash in for humanitarian when they're old enough to do it, if that's an option. It may not be an option at the time. There's a lot of questions that are still up in the air about. The main thing to do the first day is take the ones that you need so they can portion out your part
Yes.
and humanitarian part. But you can set up trust for people and say, I want my little niece to have this one. And they'll go, well, hang on to it. We'll do that at the next meeting. They may do that.
All right, that sounds cool. Okay. I guess that's it. You can come back forward, Dennis. There you go.
He's sleeping with his eyes open.
Well, at least they're not
I'm going
rolling.
to do the last question first, this one time only, since
One
we're
time
on the
only.
subject. From Deb. Did you all say we need to have 2 100 trillion Zim bonds to get a higher rate?
No. It's just that if you have those, present those first. You can have 2 is your max for a 1-to-1 ratio. This is just as of right now. This is a fluid situation for the higher rate. Okay. Present those first and you will get more out of it.
Nice.
Katrina. What is going on with the internet in Truckee? Both my neighbor and myself lost internet with 2 different internet services.
Is it a test run?
So Katrina lives in the opposite mirrored world of the Tucky. She's Truckee. I'm the Tucky. Okay.
You put an in front of it, in the middle of it. I just imagine all these people when they go to garden. They're all walking around outside like this, trying to get.
Yeah.
Flare? No, I don't know. Depends on, I guess, when that happened. But I have a communications officer that's been doing wonders here, keeping my internet going. So,
Yeah, I wonder if they're doing a test run over there by Trina.
Taking the old system out to make it independent and solo on the new Starlink.
So just to add on top of that, so is she now on the new Starlink? Is her and her neighbor on the new Starlink now?
Probably is not going to look like that on her bill.
Yeah, but I just want to know if it's now connected.
Yes.
Yay! Congrats, Trina.
Okay.
cool.
Oh, and your redemption appointments. I don't want to keep harping on it, but a lot of things are fluid and I get information constantly.
We like when you harp.
Your appointments were normally going to be from 15 to 20 minutes. Now they've increased it to 35 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's why you got to go from one paragraph to 4 pages.
Well, it's because a lot of people have a lot of different things that they'll be exchanging, and they're going to do it in stages and stations.
Yeah.
So your first one is your exchange of how much you have. You talk about the rate, getting it. You have to go to all these stations. And then eventually I did find out because you'll get a quantum card and a receipt for a quantum phone and a certificate for a quantum laptop that you'll have to turn in somewhere. I don't know where yet to get your laptop. So this is for you to be able to move money around.
Quantum Best Buy.
And you're not going to be able to exchange. You're not going to walk out there with cash that day, not physical cash. So you're going to be asked which bank accounts do you want to move some of your QFS money into that day. This is to get you through 90 days.
Okay. So if your bank is Basel IV compliant, or for example, Chase or Bank of America.
Yes.
Can you just have that as the total to go there? I mean, you don't have to have the FDIC insurance of just $250.
Yeah. I would, if it's not quantum, if it's not a QFS account, I wouldn't max it any more than $250,000.
No, but I'm just saying when they say, where do you want this to go to? Since we already know that Chase or or Bank of America or Wells Fargo are their banks.
Quantum.
It's still not quantum.
It's not quantum. QFS is quantum system. That's the big computer system. Chase, Bank of America, Fifth Third, all of those smaller banks are not, and they're still under FDIC, and they're still hackable.
So when they are to distribute your money, it's only going to go in their ATM?
It'll all go on the QFS account, and that day they will say, would you like to have access and move some of this around, smaller divinations into, like for everyday grocery shopping, and I'll say, yeah, here's one of my bank accounts. Let's put it, because your quantum is biometrics. Remember, we were talking about IDs and how many you had to have.
Mm-hmm.
One, you definitely have to have one. But remember, this is all biometrics. You're going to be scanned. This is for full body. Mm-hmm. It's going to be based on fingerprint and eye retina, but it's also based on your frequency. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, you will have the total amount in QFS, but before you leave the appointment, they're going to say, would you like some regular cash out of this account and put it in this? Like Lee and I have a joint account. I'll take some of mine out of mine because we'll have separate quantum accounts. We'll take a little of each and put it in our joint account. Does that make sense? Just for grocery shopping, putting gas in the car and all that stuff. Quantum really should be used for humanitarian. And then you'll be able to move it around. Like, I used up $250,000 of that one. I need another $250,000. You can move it around on your phone. You can do that. But I would not put any more than $250,000. Open up 10 bank accounts if you have to.
So what if you have the 90 days to take care of yourself, pay your home and everything like that.
Do that out of your quantum account.
Oh, okay. You can do that out of your quantum account.
Yeah, that's why they want you to know how much you approximately might need for 90 days, because that's the part that they're going to put in there right away.
And then the letter to back it up will come out of your quantum account.
Yes, they will certify you right then and there to present to a realtor or a car lot or whatever that you are a quantum holder, and that they will know what that means. Okay.
But still, guys, I would put it under a trust. Like
everything needs to be under a trust.
Say you want to purchase a house, and it's about, like, let's fictitiously say $300,000. That letter will say $300,000, but from this trust. Don't give any other information.
Yeah, if you've got multiple accounts, they're basically just going to let you pick a ballpark, low and to high, and they'll say this person. You can pick a high number. You could say $10 million if you want to.
Yeah.
It's what you want to do because it's your money, but you don't let them know your total amount. Maybe you only need 2 million, but you actually have 100 million. They don't need to know you have that.
Yeah.
And each, like, I'll have a trust for my home. I'll have a trust for a car. I'll have a trust,
Yeah, but I'm
And-
just saying that
yeah.
letter should be under a trust, so just so they can't trace it to whoever has that money.
Well, if it's quantum, they can't. But with the
But knowing
smaller
the-
banks,
Knowing the person is what you have to be careful about.
yeah, even all of our individual, like my business account will be under a trust too, because I'm considered a public figure. I use that term loosely. Someone could try to sue me.
Yeah.
So I'll have to put my business under a trust.
Yep.
Lots of little moving parts.
Yeah. But they'll help you as you go along. I mean, I think what I read was they'll have a person to go with you through the whole movement. Is he yawning?
He's falling asleep. At each station, you will have someone guide you.
Exactly. That's what I want to say. Done. You want some toothpaste?
You need some coffee, love.
I could feel everybody asking these questions, so
I was beginning to wonder whether or not we need to do another roundtable just on this subject alone.
it changes.
It looks like we are. Okay.
Looks like we did. Done.
We might have to do round 2.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right, Chanel. Last time I was here and asked about who are my spirits, you mentioned I have 2 main ones. Want to know who is the female figure?
Okay.
It's not the male.
Who is the
Male does not have the female figure.
Never know. Some of them are better than the female figure. Okay, who is the female figure? That should know. Who's the female spirit figure?
So who is the female?
They were young.
Okay. I get aunt.
Somebody somewhat close, very, like to her age. Cousin, aunt, maybe. It's somewhere similar, close to her age. What her age is now. Is it aunt? Is it the aunt? Could it be a cousin?
Maternal side is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Maternal great grandmother is one of the females. Now, I'm not checking on guardian angels. That's something separate. I'm talking about past loved ones.
Right.
Because I think spirit guides, would that be considered guardian angels?
Well,
I think-
spirit guides can be past loved ones. Guardian angels are angels. I mean, wings and all. Yes.
Do you have a late Aunt Catherine or Kate? That's what I'm picking up on. Or something similar.
This is all maternal side.
Mm-hmm.
You have an aunt as well.
Yep. I'm picking up on the aunt.
Yeah.
Aunt Kate or Aunt Catherine or something like that.
Mm.
All right. Tahasfa. Who are my spirits? Jack Daniels.
Well, first of all, we all have multiples, and we can't list them all. But what we can do is what we're doing is picking up on the strongest energy that's here at the time.
Exactly.
We'd be here all day if we listed all of them.
I know.
I'm sure all of your ancestors pop in and out throughout.
It depends on what's going on.
Yeah.
So we'll see who's here currently that's strong.
How many spirits are here for today? Who's the strongest?
Okay, I'm picking up on a guardian angel because they're always there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back. Schneider's dog whistling me.
Your guardian angel is male, and I have the name David.
I'm getting a paternal uncle. See if I can come up with a name. William? Will or Bill?
I just spelled out William.
There you go.
Here's your confirmation.
Yes, indeed. Cool.
Angie says, I think my guides quit because I frustrate them. No, they can't quit, Lovey. It's contracted. They can't quit on you.
Contract. They can't.
They do a lot of this
Yes.
and this, but no, it's very loving. They love you, and they're not going to quit on you.
Yeah.
They can roll their eyes at you, though.
Yeah. They know Nadia can't roll her eyes, so they do a lot of it for her.
I tried. Here we go. Let's see.
You know, hold your head still.
That's one of my tests.
Mary, I have a vet appointment for Kiki on Monday. Does Spirit suggest I end her suffering, or can the vet help? Please and thank you.
Does Kiki want to? Let me ask if Kiki wants to continue to live. How's that? Her wishes. Kiki want to continue living.
I don't think Kiki wants to be here any longer.
Yeah, I'm getting put to sleep is what I'm getting. And that's sad, but
It's sad, but do you want to do it before the holidays, or, I mean, whatever you feel, Mary, do what is best.
Yeah, this is saying that Kiki's ready. Do it when you're ready. Make that peace. But I agree. I don't know that the holidays are don't put any more stress on yourself than you need to.
Colleen, I went to the salon Tuesday, and when I opened the door, the music inside got very loud. The song maybe it was a saloon. The song playing was Hark the Herald Angels Sing, were my angels making a grand entrance. Or there's a ringing of the bells, maybe they got their wings.
I think they made a grand entrance for Colleen.
Oh, you know that wings is made for me, right? He shows me an image because you said saloon. He shows me a picture of him walking through saloon doors. Just like, okay, it's crazy. That's his grand entrance, apparently.
I have one of those.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Okay, went to the salon Tuesday, and when I opened the door, the music inside got very loud. Song playing was Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Were there her angels making a grand entrance?
It's funny because I got they were making her know she was the grand entrance.
That's what I was getting, that they were acknowledging your light.
Your presence, your light, yes.
Yeah, it was for them. And it's also recognizing everyone in heaven. The palaces in this deck are heavenly locations. So it's a little bit of both. It's the action that you took when you walked in there, and it's like, ta-da! Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
That's how it sounds when I walk into any door.
You walk in a door, walk like, wow.
Not walk through
Then you
the
hear,
door, not yet.
Run! It's Nadia!
Oh, is that what it is?
Charlene, what is going on that Biden and Harris have to rush back to the White House for last night at midnight? I have a morbid sense of humor, but I'm not going to share it.
They forgot their masks?
Well,
No.
we know that the budget thing
Yeah.
went from like 1,500 pages down to like 50.
100 and some, yeah.
They
I heard
can't
that.
agree to on it, and they only have till 11:59 tonight to do that. So they may be scrambling. I say shut the government down. Just shut it down.
Mhm.
I agree. Let it all hang on the Democrats.
Yep.
It was lovely that they wanted diplomatic immunity for it, for everything they've done.
Oh. Oh dear.
Oh.
Spirit's been a little secretive. Because there's a little secret. High priestess means, well, we really can't tell you everything. The white hats have ordered it for justice.
Oh, well, yeah, it probably goes along the lines of what I was getting.
That's very vague. And they're like, we can't tell you right now.
Measurements.
Base card is somebody going down.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Measurements.
What?
Oh, is that? Really, I was looking at this. Okay, it fits really nice.
Jules, did I seriously injure my shoulder when I fell?
Does it hurt?
It's not that
I'm
serious.
just checking.
Does it pop when you move? Or can you move?
Did Rich push you down the stairs?
No, a cat did.
A cat did. Okay.
Kid that she seriously injured her shoulder.
Yeah, you might want to get it checked out.
It's funny. It could be a
Might be
tear.
like hairline fracture.
Well, I get a tear, so a tear could be a hairline
It
fracture.
could be a.
It could be a
Love
hairline.
your heart. Yeah, it's getting your attention for a reason. I'm laughing at this woman. She's got her arms like, oh God. Like, I just wonder if you briefly pulled it out of socket, but you tore like a tendon or a ligament in the rotator cuff, like around it.
Just pop it back in. You'll be fine.
Hit the door. It'll. pop back.
It's off balance and it hooks, and you're like, duh. Yeah. There's some soft tissue damage that I'm getting that it's just going to take some time to heal. Yeah.
Mhm.
Probably a little bit longer than normal. Terry, what is the percentage that you can keep for personal use? I've heard different numbers up to 10%.
We don't know. We don't know. I've heard that you'll get to keep one of the Zim bonds 1-to-1 for yourself, but I've also heard that, but it's going to be broken up into segments. You don't get it all at one time. Nobody really knows. It depends on what you're carrying, what you have personally, and what your needs are, how large your family is. There's a lot of different things that could be moving factors, but we don't have a number yet. We won't know until we're sitting in front of them.
Aisha. Q is Zed, Zaid.
Zaid.
Question is Zaid Mabu, emotional person and emotional attached to me.
Okay.
Is Zaid an emotional person? And is that emotion attached to her?
Well, emotional person.
Sensitive.
Sensitive, yes. Man, that's a good thing somewhat. What is that emotional attachment to her? Is Zaid an emotional person?
He is,
And is his
but not
emotion?
a lot.
I think there's a better way to ask this question.
Oh, I'm sure.
Does she want to know if they're twin hearts or what's the relationship between them?
Relationship.
Yeah.
Is there will there be a relationship?
When I said relationship, I got an immediate yes.
Yeah, that emotion I'm getting is attached to you.
In a past life, you grew up together. Okay. I'm not getting a sibling card though. It's just that you grew up together.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah. This person has a lot of anxiety. You talk about the emotions. This is all worry, carries a lot of burden. In the future, some advice. You want the relationship? Yes. But you're going to have to be the one to present it as an option because this person is too shy.
Yep. He's been.
Yeah. They're very, this is a traditional person. They want traditional relationship. And there's your twin heart card. So yes, but in this lifetime, there just seems they're a little backwards. And the base card is they're dreaming of that happily ever after. So yes.
We'll star some more. We got time. Let's go ahead and put a pause on for now. I have three. I have three, I think. Hope I didn't miss any. Did you check the cards and see if I missed any?
Can you check the cards? I get a yes. Hey, Jen, I wrote on there in the beginning for anybody to write what they're grateful for because of us being going to be gone for a week. So do we want to share what we're going to be grateful for?
I'm grateful that I'm feeling better.
I'm grateful that Jen's better.
I am very grateful that I am feeling better. I'm grateful for all of you guys and your prayers and your blessings, and very grateful to all of my guardians who have kept me busy and now very intrigued and who've been messing with my time because I'm gaining time. It's like I'm breaking out of the matrix because when I look at the clock, it may say like a few minutes till 6, and I turn around and look back at the clock and it's only 5:15. And I'm like, what is happening? So they're allowing me to have an extra half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour at a time.
Well, that's better than me. I mean, before today, I kept thinking we were backwards Tuesday, and then today I felt it was Saturday.
Tuesday, I felt like it was Saturday.
So I'm getting messed up with my days and times also.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great thing that we're breaking out of the matrix.
Yeah, we are. And I try to rationalize it because Lee took Monday off because I was so sick. He had to take off because I was questionable. But by the time Tuesday came around, I had a clear head. He went back to work, but it felt like Saturday, and it really truly felt like Saturday. I'm like, why are you going to work at Saturday? He goes, no, babe, it's Tuesday. Go back to bed.
Yeah, I definitely today. I kept having to put it in my head. Today is Friday. We have the roundtable today because all morning it was Saturday for me.
Wow. Yeah.
Bet you were surprised you didn't get the link until about an hour before.
Do you know that I asked Wings,
Look at it.
because I check my emails of the morning to make sure that I'm for appointments and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I always check because I put it in a certain file to make sure that I don't lose it, because I have accidentally deleted them before and it wasn't there. And I went, where is he? And Wings just pats me and he goes, you'll get it right before the show. And I went, okay.
Oh, he was right. I remembered.
It was odd. It was so odd. And then I see bling message. I go, oh, okay, we got it. But I'm not really much to keep scanning my emails. So I'll look at it real quick and that's it.
Well, was Wings correct that you literally almost forgot?
Yep.
Okay.
He was. Very much so.
He was patting me on the shoulder.
It was like Tim and his tail when I was getting, wait a minute, did I send the link or not?
No, it like an hour. Yeah, he said you'll get about an hour, a few minutes before the show.
It was an hour. Yeah, it was.
And I said, well, you're going to have to remind him. So my angel talks to your angel. Like,
I got the message.
You get your kid in line. I'll keep mine in line. And yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I am grateful for this roundtable. I am grateful for you guys on the live chat, but I'm especially grateful on all the work we've all done to spiritually lift us in a higher frequency.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for friends and for family and for going through, the roundtables and my own shows and doing my purpose
and I'll be very grateful.
Vibration.
And I will be very grateful for peanut butter.
And where is that? Oh, there we go. Here.
Peanut butter is I can't wait to break out the peanut butter. Yeah.
Just call me Skippy for today.
Skippy. It's fossil. We were just practicing, just like they're doing with the EBS. They're practicing.
Practice. Okay, I got 2 left.
All right.
In the chat for now. Why do I lose time during the day? I think we just discussed these.
Yeah, you're just breaking out of the matrix. Some people will feel like they're losing time. Some people will feel like they're gaining time. It's just because we're coming out of the sense of this fake reality that time doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes you feel weird. Like, where am I? What am I doing? I thought it was this time, but it's really not. Yeah. It's basically a break of the matrix.
Is it
whatever direction you're going?
Kind of like going out of the photon belt on the inside.
And we answered this an hour ago. No.
Did we?
No.
Was that yesterday or today? What?
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, let me ask this question, guys. This is not totally different, but of time. When we have to spring forward with our time, but they're saying they want to eliminate daylight saving time.
Yes.
Are we going to not spring forward and keep this time, or are we going to spring forward and then leave it alone?
Well, it's up in the air. It depends if that's one of the first things that he does when he gets into office. And even that is up in the air right now. When is he going to? We don't know when he's going to get in office.
I know.
So, because we're literally a month out, because today's the 20th. We don't know. We don't know if they're going to pull some crazy crap to lock it down so we can't get inaugurated. We don't know. We've heard that he may not get inaugurated till spring. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, it could be prolonged. I believe that once he's in there and declares it, writes it into law, and it's gone wherever we're at, we may have to go through the spring one. And then after that, it's done.
That'd be good.
I'd rather fall back.
We are falling back.
Why do I smell cigarettes sometimes around me? Do you have somebody in your family that passed away that used to smoke a lot?
And that's
how I know when my wife is around is I will smell cigarette smoke.
Yeah. So it's not that they're smoking in heaven. That's not a thing.
Oh, man.
It is to activate your senses of familiarity, okay, with that person. Like when my grandfather's around, I smell his cologne. When my grandmother's around, I smell her lotion that she always used. There's something that was very familiar that it triggers a memory for you, and it could be in the form of cigarettes. I have smelled a very strong bourbon before, and it's not Lee. It is my father-in-law who had passed. So it just depends on who it is.
I can go back to college time. The weirdest smell I had that had nothing to do where I was shoe polish. I'm like, does anybody smell shoe polish? I don't know who's connected to it, but
Interesting.
I was a shoe polish boy.
No, you were in the military, and you had to polish your boots.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back when they had those type of boots, now it's mainly the boots that you get in for combat in desert places. And
Yeah.
It's like a suede type.
Yeah. Wyletta, your father did, but you didn't have a great relationship. It doesn't matter. His memory is triggering you. He's around you now. He's in a good place. You have negative memories, but he's letting you know, sorry, baby girl, I'm here. So that may be something that you need to release if you did have a bad relationship with him.
Forgive.
Do a forgiveness. Do a forgiveness, because sometimes the role they played while they were here is one of the contracts that you and him agreed to.
Mm-hmm.
So it helped you grow to be the person you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
So in that case, forgive it, let it go. It no longer serves you. He is a whole different soul now that doesn't have that characteristic with him.
Right.
Okay, you want to check your coffee page and make sure you don't have any more?
Okie dokie.
I don't.
I do not.
Okay, well, we can open up for a couple more questions if you all would like. I know Jen doesn't have anything to do this afternoon, so we can go on for 2 or 3 hours.
Well, I do. I am actually taking my nephew for his Eagle Scout
Nice.
certification.
Cool.
To answer, I've gotten quite a few emails because I've been sick. I'm keeping the Christmas sale up for a while till after the first of the year. I'll decide when to take it down. So the buy one, get one free is going to be up for a while. And all the payment forms are in the description box on my channel. King doesn't have it in his. But PayPal is not one of them because they're crooks. Okay.
Well, you know what?
Well, they will decide how long her sale goes on. Jules, Jen, can you reset your coffee page?
Yes.
I am going to do a free reading with you.
Free reading? He's not charging
for somebody in the chat.
Okay.
Oh.
Julesy, our
Jen,
broken armed Jules.
It's free.
Okay, broken arm Jules. Rich has started doing the same mannerisms as my dad. Is this some connection to my dad?
Just doing the same.
Is that a coffee?
Yeah, Jules is in the coffee.
Okay. Rich is doing the same aneurysm?
Yeah, mannerisms.
Oh, mannerism. I thought you were saying aneurysm. It was like
No. Poor Rich. No, don't give the man an aneurysm. He is mannerisms.
Oh, wow. That is so amazing. Just doing the same reasons as her dad. Is there a connection? Very weak, yes.
Dad's coming in and holding and getting a hold of him, and your dad's trying to get your attention, so he's using Rich. He's not taking over and possessing him or anything, but he is kind of manipulated to get you to remember your dad. These are childhood memories, and he's just trying to get you to remember.
Didn't we just
you remember your dad?
Remember.
You will remember your dad.
No, didn't we just have that on Didn't we just have that on Wednesday's questions that he was around her?
Yeah. If you had a rocky past, like if you couldn't trust anything he said, this is a thief and liar, but just somebody that's sneaky and you just didn't really have a good relationship, he's coming in to try to get your attention because he wants to break that cycle and move out of troubled waters.
Yeah.
So he's because you're with Rich all the time, he was like, well, I'll just use her husband and I'll get her attention. And being intuitive, you have put the two and two together. So now that you know that he is there, address it. I'm not saying stand in front of Rich and go, listen, Dad, okay?
Yeah.
Take it. He's going to go, look, Josie, you crazy.
No, but
heal in the future, heal that because there's still fractals that haven't been healed.
Yeah, that's what I got. It's whatever triggers you, that similarity, that's what you have to work on to not let it trigger you anymore.
Yeah, it makes your dad feel stuck. It puts you in limbo as well until that's completely resolved. It could be just one particular event in your life, but it could just be the overall relationship if it was rocky.
Jen, can we add another card? Is it because he did not fulfill his contract agreement with Jules on that thing she had to listen to?
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't fulfilled. That means leaving the world.
Before you finish.
Yep. He moved on. He was in control. He had a good poker face. But, yeah.
Okay.
There's something about this childhood memory that you have. Childhood doesn't have to be little itty bitty person. Just you're the child and you have a memory of your dad. Whatever it is, this is cups. So it's an emotional thing that is still there and it's still a cord and it's still attached. And your dad needs help for him to move on.
And for you to move on.
And for you to move on as well. Okay.
King of Wands? Where's your Vippy at? Or are you being German when you say Vippy?
I want you to know that he has been very sweet in the mornings when I do my videos. He always does prayers and he says, I'll bring over chicken soup. And so he's been very, very nice. He has not been in trouble since I've been gone.
Who are you talking about? Who?
King of Wands.
Oh, he's been giving you soup?
The red-headed stepchild. Come on now.
Yes, virtual. He offered to. He's been a good boy.
Okay, we got 2 questions left.
Okay.
And then I'll do the free giveaway for January.
All right.
Terry, is Trump the reincarnate of Archangel Uriel?
A fractal of.
Or even a fractal, yeah.
Yeah. Is Trump a
I get no.
No.
I'm getting David.
David? It could be David.
King David.
I've always gotten David, yeah.
Yeah, I got that more of a yes than of Archangel Uriel. Is Trump a fractal of King David?
Uriel's more of helps with his words and what he needs to say.
Yep.
So, yeah. Uriel gets his attention with mannerisms and how to handle certain situations, but he's more of a guide than he is a reincarnate or fractal.
Archangel of Wisdom.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he would be there for
Yeah.
that.
And as you can see, that Queen of Swords, she's got angel wings, and the sword means he helps guide the words that come out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And not the bad ones that we don't care for, but you know what I'm saying. The smart things.
I think the bad ones are a way for triggering people. I think it's also.
I just laugh.
He does that on purpose.
Yeah, it's
I know.
planned.
Many times I've listened to him and I went, "Ooh, conceited much? Let's work on that ego, huh?" Yeah.
Sometimes we just like to poke the bear.
Of course, yes, yes.
Mary, will my nephew Scott have a positive outcome on his surgeries?
I'm getting confused. Was Scott involved in? No, was he involved in the car or motorcycle accident, Mary? Was he? I'm trying because that's what I got the surgeries for.
I get positive outcome. Yes.
Will Scott have a positive outcome? Yes.
Yep. It's going to be good because of your prayers. Okay. So healing coming fast. He'll actually heal quite fast. Yeah. It's contracted for him to get better. And that's also is a medical card. Make it, the doctors are going to do a very good job because this is divine. The creator's got him. Yep.
They will rebuild him.
Yes. And you keep manifesting that good positive energy as well.
They will
Okay.
use the entire $6 million.
Yeah. Base card's the magician, and he's my doctor card. So these doctors are really, really good who are going to be doing the surgery.
Oh, he's got cancer in the throat and heart. So, guys, let's put a
Yeah.
prayer for Scott to get better.
All right.
We done?
Are we ready?
Yep.
Oh, the giveaway.
The giveaway.
Let me
Number
count.
between 1 and 75.
1 and 75.
Between 1 and 75. And no, Jen, you cannot participate.
Oh, I like the reading on herself. Can you imagine? Ooh, I foresee this in the future.
Okay.
We will give it
Hang on,
This
I'm
is
gonna turn my light on so I could see what number's gonna.
this is
Don't
the
blind
January. This is a January reading.
Yeah, January reading
Okay.
of 2026.
Next year.
Oh, that gives me a Vippy question.
I'm not taking Vippies at this time.
We're done.
That's a yippee question. Jules 75. Change that number.
She's a
Yes,
77.
between 75. Between 1 and 75. Those
Okay.
are not inclusive.
Rich is getting in on this one.
Don't go for it, Rich. Say, get that man out of my.
He feels 25. Jules feels 77.
10,
Hey, Rich, you can have two numbers because
9,
Jules' dad is with you.
8, 7, 6, 5,
This is the shortest countdown,
4,
longest countdown.
3, 2, 1. All right. Closest one is
Jules?
Julesy.
32 is the
32.
number.
Well,
So
you can be
Jules has
dyslexic.
January.
Yay, Julesy. Good
You
thing
mean I gotta read for her?
You
What?
gotta read for her.
All right, Julesy.
Good thing I made you change 77.
Okay. All right, Jules. Email me and I'll get you set up. Or you can wait until after the holidays and we'll get it set up because
Right.
fine. Works for me.
You guys
Or
are
make
lucky.
Rich do it. It don't matter.
There
You guys
go.
are lucky that you said no because I forgot the question. Oh, well, also, okay, this is funny. Your numbers, Jen, from this morning 51, 57, 121, 26, 14, and 53 equals 33.
Which equals
Okay.
Which is master
Mhm.
teacher, Yeshua,
Nice.
teaching love.
Nice.
So nice numbers, Jules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what happens if you have 11 all the way around?
11 all the way around?
Yeah.
Is that your waist, your bust, and your chest?
Well, I wish it was.
You are
not.
too skinny. That's what that means.
Too skinny. 11 is illuminator, master illuminator.
Cool.
So you got the master teacher. So that's awesome.
It's snowing.
It's
Not here. The sun is out. Schneider's out.
It's raining. It's pouring.
Guys, have a happy, wonderful holiday.
Yes.
Yeah. Very,
Matt.
very, if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If it's Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah.
Kwanzaa
Kwanzaa.
holiday here.
New Year, if I don't see you. What else is going on?
Oh, Merry Christmas, one and all.
Happy peanut butter if it happens.
You will see me if we have a peanut butter moment. That's our safe word. Linda's series birthday is Christmas Day. So, Sister Linda, happy birthday.
Yeah.
So, all of these things, if you have an anniversary or a birthday or whatever, happy, 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 bless, bless, bless. And
Well, thank you.
you all enjoy yourselves.
And prayers for anybody who needs healing, who's going through medical treatments, and who's going to a family that you feel is going to be rough. Just send love and light before you get there.
Yeah.
Dennis cannot leave again, Jen. Bye.
What? No, he can't. He's stuck.
I could, but I'm not going to. Love and light to you all. Merry Christmas, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye now.